our lesson for today is about problem solving on polygons. Since our lesson is about problem solving involving polygons, we are going to review some of the properties of polygons. Answer the following review questions: T for true and F for false. I will give you a minute. Time is up. Let us check. Every convex polygon with n sides has n times the quantity of n minus 3 over 2 diagonals. The answer is T. The sum of the interior angles of any convex polygon is equal to 360 times the quantity of n minus 2. The answer is F. The sum of the exterior angles of any regular polygon is 360 degrees. The answer is T. The measure of an exterior angle of a triangle is equal to the sum of the measures of its remote interior angles. The answer is T. The opposite sides of a quadrilateral are always equal. The answer is F. Did you get a perfect 5? Great work! For this lesson, I will show you a figure of a triangle. The triangle has the following measurements: 1 exterior angle and its corresponding remote interior angles. Can you solve for x in the illustration? In the illustration, an exterior angle measures 5x minus 10, and its remote interior angles measure 90 degrees and 60 degrees respectively. How are we going to solve for x? What property of triangles are we going to use to solve for x? Let us solve this illustration in the next part of the lesson. To solve problems involving polygons, just like any type of problem solving, there is a need to devise a strategy. Following these steps, we will be able to figure out the value of x. What is asked? In this stage, identify what is being asked in the problem. Identify the hidden questions as well. Hidden questions are questions that cannot be found in the problem but is necessary to answer the main question of the problem. What is given? Look for any given values in the problem. Plan. Devise a plan based on what is asked and what is given. In this stage, determine the properties to be used to make your answers valid. Since this is problem solving involving polygons, if you need an illustration, go ahead and make one. Solve. In this stage, perform the plan. And lastly, answer. State your answer. For enrichment, visit this link. The problem-solving strategy is loosely based on Polya's problem-solving technique. Now, going back to the illustration, let us apply the strategies in solving problems. Asked, the value of x. What are given? The measurement of the exterior angle, which is 5x minus 10, and the measurements of the two remote interior angles, which are 90 degrees and 60 degrees respectively. What is the plan? Find the value of x by using the property. The measure of an exterior angle is equal to the sum of the measures of its remote interior angles. Now, let us solve. Equate the sum of the measures of the remote interior angles with the measure of the exterior angle. 90 plus 60 equals 150. Using the addition property of equality, 150 plus 10 is equal to 5x. 150 plus 10 is equal to 60. And therefore, x is equal to 32. Thus, the value of x is 32. Let us solve for more examples. What figure do you see? Lucy is making a triangle-shaped mosaic wall decor for his MAPE subject. She was curious what the angle measure is in one of the angles of the triangle. Given triangle ABC, where angle BCA is 62 degrees, angle BAC is 93 degrees, what is the measure of angle ABC? What is asked? The measurement of angle ABC. What are given? The measures of angle BCA, which is 62, and the measure of angle BAC, which is 93. What is the plan? The plan is to find the measure of angle ABC by using the property. The sum of the interior angles of a triangle is equal to 180. To solve, we are going to equate the three measurements of the three angles to 180. Since we have the measurement of angle BCA and BAC, we are going to substitute them. Now, using the addition property of equality, we have 180 minus the quantity of 62 plus 93. That will be 180 minus 155. The measure of angle ABC is equal to 25. To answer the question, the measure of angle ABC is 25 degrees. We have tried finding a missing angle measure. This time, let us try to find for the missing side length. The sides of a triangle have many properties. Let us use the property, the side opposite the largest angle is the longest side, and the angle sum property of a triangle to solve for the next situation. What is the longest side of a triangle if the two angles are 48 degrees and 70 degrees? What is asked? The longest side of the triangle. What are given? The measurements of the two angles, 48 degrees and 70 degrees. What is the plan? Find the longest side by using the following triangle properties. Number 1, the side opposite the largest angle is the longest side, and angle sum property of a triangle, which states that the sum of all internal angles of a triangle is always equal to 180 degrees. Now, since this problem does not have an illustration, we are going to need illustration to visualize the triangle parts. Let us proceed to the solution. 180 is equal to 48 plus 70 plus x. Using the addition property of equality, we have 180 minus the quantity of 48 plus 70. 48 plus 70 is equal to 118. Thus, x is equal to 62. The three angle measurements are 48 degrees, 70 degrees, and 62 degrees. The side opposite the angle measuring 70 degrees should be the longest side. Using an illustration to make it clearer, we have a triangle which we labeled triangle ABC. We have A, 62 degrees, B, 48 degrees, and we assigned angle C as 70 degrees. Now, the side opposite angle C is the longest side, which is side AB. Thus, to answer the problem, the longest side is side AB. The previous examples are story problems involving the properties of triangle. Let us try solving problems involving quadrilaterals. What is the measurement of angle 1 in the rectangle star? What is asked? The measurement of angle 1. What is given? One of the alternate interior angles measurement, which is 25 degrees. What is the plan? All the angles of the rectangle are 90 degrees. Alternate interior angles of parallel lines cut by a transversal are congruent. Angle 2 is equal to 25 degrees. And the measure of angle 1 plus measure of angle 2 is equal to 90. So let us solve. Measure of angle 1 plus measure of angle 2 is equal to 90. We have a measure of angle 2 right here, which is 25 degrees, so we can substitute that in the solution. Thus, using the addition property of equality, the measure of angle 1 is equal to 90 minus 25. 90 minus 25 is equal to 65. To answer the problem, the measurement of angle 1 is 65 degrees. This time, let us solve a problem which involves trapezoids. Find the values of x in 3x minus 30 and y. Refer to the trapezoid below. So what is asked? The values of x and y. What are they given? The measurements of all the four angles. What's the plan? Here are the properties that can be used in solving for the value. A trapezoid has non-parallel sides equal, and its base angles are also equal. The sum of the measures of the angles of a quadrilateral is 360 degrees. Equate the two base angles, 3x minus 30 and 2x minus 2. Once you get the value of x, substitute to 3x minus 30 and 2x minus 2. You now have the measure of the first pair of base angles. Get their sum, and then y here, y is equal to 360 minus the sum of the first pair of base angles over 2. Now here is the solution. 3x minus 30 is equal to 2x minus 2. 3x minus 2x is equal to x, and 30 minus 2 is equal to 28. We are going to substitute the value of x to 3x minus 30 and 2x minus 2, which we have right here is 54. When we add these two pairs and subtract it to 360, we have the measures of the two remaining base angles. If we divide it by 2, that will be the measure of your y. So, y is equal to 360 minus the quantity of 54 plus 54 over 2. Y is equal to 360 minus 108 over 2. Y is equal to 252 over 2, and Y is equal to 126. To answer the question, the value of X is 28 and the value of Y is 126. Now let us find some practical applications of problem solving involving polygons. A group of engineering students need to know the number of sides a tunnel has to determine the amount of materials needed to build it. Here is what they know. The exterior angle of this regular polygon measures 36 degrees. What is asked? The number of sides the polygon has. What is given? The measure of its exterior angle, which is 36 degrees. What's the plan? Use the formula for finding the measure of each exterior angle of a regular polygon, which is 360 over n, where n is equal to the number of sides. To solve, 360 over n is equal to 36. 360 is equal to 36n. 360 divided by 36 is equal to n. Therefore, n is equal to 10. The polygon has 10 sides. Here are some generalizations for this lesson. To solve any word problem, consider having a strategy. The strategy that we have includes what is asked, given, plan, solve, and answer. Also, use properties and formulas to solve word problems that involve sides and angles of polygons. Since we are solving for sides and angles of polygons, it is an advantage if there is an illustration. It makes it clearer with illustrations. Strategy plus properties, formulas, and illustrations equals success in solving word problems involving polygons. This time, test your new knowledge on how to plan and use the properties of polygons to solve for its sides and angles. Here is Activity 6.4 on page 20. Activity 6.4 Solving Problems. Use the properties that you have learned in the entire quarter to solve for the following story problems. You can pause this part of the video so that you can answer 1, 2, and 3. Alright, let us check your answers. A regular polygon has an interior angle of 60 degrees. How many sides does the polygon have? It has 3 sides. What is the measurement of an interior angle of a regular 15-gon?
The answer is 156 degrees.
And find the area of a square whose side is congruent to the legs of the isosceles triangle. The answer is 100 cm squared. And that ends my lesson. Thank you very much.